across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Back to throw here. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know, the thought process.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. That's quickly out wide to Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it's a second down.
On the counter, Gibson.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Second and 14.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Giants 7. Jack Fox set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game? And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30.
Oh, he doesn't quite make it down at the 1-yard line. As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Washington 21. Jack Jones set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Three yards remain for second down.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
Touchdown, Giants!
Kadarius Toney.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. The point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw.
crowd has the first down and much more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A carry for Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Washington
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Uncorks one for Davis. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Forced out to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
A give running right, Gibson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Washington on third down.
They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Going with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
He's checking.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Second and goal from the 1.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Gets through, and now an opening. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's brought down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.